Age is just a number. Or is it? Today we're diving into a world where love defies expectations, challenges social norms, and gets complicated fast. Get ready for stories that are bold, touching, twisted, and unforgettable, all centered on older women and younger men. The Finnish film The Violin Player is a subtle and mature drama about passion, art, and the price of freedom. At the center is a famous violinist whose career is suddenly cut short after an accident. She begins teaching and falls in love with a young, talented, but brash student. This relationship is not just a romance, but a clash of worldviews, maturity and experience versus ambition and carelessness. Director Paavo Westerberg creates a tense atmosphere where every bow movement sounds like a challenge. The movie doesn't offer easy answers, but it leaves you with a feeling that love knows no age, and that art only enhances the inner drama. Sleeping with My Student is a typical representative of Lifetime thrillers, where intrigue is more important than credibility. The story begins with a school principal moving to a new town, where she has an affair with an attractive young man. But behind the beautiful facade lies something much more sinister. He turns out to be a student of her school, and it seems he has his own plans. The movie plays on fears and taboos, turning the romance into a tense game of cat and mouse. It's not a love story, but more about manipulation and the consequences of ill-considered decisions. A light thrash, but entertaining for fans of the genre. Hello, I Must Be Going is a tender and sincere drama about reinventing oneself and finding freedom. The main character is 35-year-old Amy, who has gone through a divorce and has to return to live with her parents. At that moment, she starts an unexpected relationship with a 19-year-old guy, the son of her father's business partners. This affair becomes not just a way to forget, but a real catalyst for change. The film delights with subtle humor, lively dialogues, and a brilliant performance by Melanie Lynskey, who conveys the inner insecurity and the desire to live for real. This is not a story about scandal, but rather about accepting oneself despite society's expectations. A very human and warm movie.
Mom said she thought you might be.
You just look sexy is all.
And While We Were Here is a visually poetic movie set on the picturesque island of Ischia, where the very atmosphere is conducive to reflection and desire. The plot centers on Jane, a married writer accompanying her musician husband. Against a backdrop of creative and emotional stagnation, she meets the young, free-spirited, and cheerful Caleb. Their connection is not just an affair, but an escape from routine and an attempt to taste life again. The movie hardly speaks out loud, but shows much between the lines. Looks, silences, shots. It is a story about personal freedom, choice, and how a fleeting thing can leave a mark on a whole life. A very subtle and atmospheric movie. Counsel is a Canadian independent drama that plunges the viewer into an emotionally complex situation where feelings collide with professional ethics. A young boy comes to therapy after a family tragedy, and his therapist, an adult woman, finds herself drawn into a forbidden attraction. A tense and intimate story unfolds between them, filled with silent pauses, stares, and inner conflicts. This is not a movie with violent passions, but rather a slow dive into the psychological subtlety of relationships. Counsel raises difficult questions about power, vulnerability, and the limits of what is allowed. It is not for everyone, but connoisseurs of chamber, mature drama will surely appreciate it.
I thought you were going to be a pill-popping, desperate housewife.
Katie's Mom is a witty and touching comedy about reinventing yourself and finding happiness after divorce. The main character, Nancy, a recently divorced woman, prepares to celebrate Christmanuka, a hybrid of Christmas and Hanukkah, with her adult children. However, her plans are ruined when she falls in love with her daughter's new boyfriend, Alex. The movie, inspired by The Graduate, offers a fresh take on the subject. The story is told from the perspective of a woman experiencing a second youth,
adventure, Nancy Drew.
Director Tyrell Schaffner and screenwriter Meryl Branch McTiernan create an atmosphere where the viewer sympathizes with all the characters despite their mistakes. Dina Meyer as Nancy conveys the full range of emotions from insecurity to determination to be happy. This is a movie about the fact that love and passion have no age and that everyone deserves a second chance.
How did you guys meet? We need to know the story.
The Idea of You is a new age romantic tale where maturity, confidence, and unexpected passion take center stage. Anne Hathaway plays 40-year-old single mom Sophie, who accidentally goes to a music festival with her daughter and has an affair with a 24-year-old boy band lead singer, a true teen idol. The plot sounds almost like fanfic, but the movie surprises with its warmth, ironic look at show business, and deep thoughts on age, self-esteem, and the right to love. The chemistry between the characters works, and at the center is not only the attraction but also the heroine's growth. This is a novel about letting yourself be happy, no matter what.
I'm too old for you.
Empire of Light is a visually exquisite drama from Sam Mendes, immersing you in the atmosphere of a British coastal town in the early 1980s. The main character, Hillary, is a lonely movie theater manager, suffering from mental illness and a complicated relationship with a coworker. Her life changes with the arrival of a new employee, Stephen, with whom she has an affair while confronting the racial and social issues of the time. The movie is highlighted by the masterful work of cinematographer Roger Deakins and music by Trent Reznor with Atticus Ross. However, some critics have noted that despite its visual appeal, the plot is not always convincing, and attempts to address important social themes sometimes seem superficial.
I'm the only one who knows the truth. Do you understand me? I'm the only one.
The Last Bath is a Portuguese drama directed by David Bonneville that delves into the complex entanglements of religion, family, and forbidden feelings. The protagonist, Josephine, is a 40-year-old nun preparing to take her eternal vows. After the death of her father, she returns to her native village, where she discovers that her 15-year-old nephew, Alexander, has been left without care. Together, they end up in a secluded house where a complex and ambiguous relationship begins to develop between them. The movie stands out for its visual aesthetics, masterfully conveying the atmosphere of the Portuguese countryside. However, according to critics, the storyline is overloaded with symbolism in places, and the development of relationships between characters may cause discomfort for the audience. Baby Girl is a gritty erotic thriller directed by Helena Rain, starring Nicole Kidman as Romy, a successful CEO who engages in a forbidden relationship with a junior intern. The movie explores power dynamics, sexual self-discovery, and taboos, offering viewers a frank and psychologically intense narrative. Romy, as a mother of two and wife of a theater director, feels dissatisfaction in her personal life. Her relationship with a young intern, Samuel, degenerates into a dominant and subservient relationship, jeopardizing her career and family. The film stands out not only for its explicit scenes, but also for its deep psychology, avoiding moralizing and inviting viewers to reflect on personal boundaries and self-determination.
Did you order this?
Starting with...
From quiet emotional dramas to provocative thrillers, these films prove that passion doesn't play by the rules. If you enjoyed this deep dive into unconventional romances, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Which movie surprised you the most? See you in the next one.